to Calitri, Italy. Calitri, Italy is a small town in the Campania region in the south of the country. It's located about halfway between the city of Bari on the east coast and the city of Naples on the west coast. And it's also about 3.5 hours drive south of Rome. The city is built into the side of and on top of a large mountain, and the oldest part dates back about a millennium. The natural beauty of the surrounding valley is one of the best parts of Calitri. The most characteristic feature of Calitri is its historical center, which is a labyrinth of medieval architecture and structures, very narrow cobblestone streets, classic of what you'd think of a small medieval town. The town is very tranquil and very quiet, and one of our favorite things to do in our time there was to just walk around and explore the labyrinth of narrow, picturesque, ancient streets. And when I say that it's a tranquil, quiet town, I mean it's very quiet. It's mostly abandoned because of an earthquake that happened in 1980 that left most of the city destroyed. It's especially peaceful at night, and one of my favorite things to do at night was to go off and really explore the streets. It's, I don't want to say creepy, but it's definitely got a spooky atmosphere at night, which I really loved. One interesting thing about Calitri is that there's a ton of abandoned and unoccupied houses, but you can't do anything with them because they belong to the families that fled like centuries ago. So the government still can't sell them or do anything with them. It makes the historical center, again, a very peaceful and quiet area, and it's great for if you're wanting to get out of the big city for a weekend or more. In the historical center, La Locanda del Arco is the main restaurant, the most famous one to go eat at. The food there's really good, and it's a pretty reasonable price. Outside this historical center, there's also a lot of really good coffee shops and restaurants. Calitri has its own style of cheese, and of course there's just amazing pastry and dessert dishes.
Okay, we're at this delicious little pastry shop called Zabadas, right? And this thing is amazing. I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful and it tastes delicious. Now take a look at this. Pure chocolate.
In Italia, say delicious.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
You'll notice that there's not a whole lot of people out on the streets. That's because Calitri is one of the towns in Italy that's suffered from massive depopulation and a very aged population. Most of the young people have gone either to other cities in Italy or to other countries altogether in order to find better job opportunities. So mostly it's an older crowd kind of hanging around the streets. Once a week on Thursday mornings, people come out to sell different foods or other goods in what's kind of a farmer's market. So that's a really cool event where you get to see most of the townsfolk all in one place. For an excellent view of Calitri, you can walk up the Monte Calvario to the Calvario Church, and from there on top of the mountain you can see an excellent view of Calitri, which is just the adjacent mountain. It's hard to see in this video, but at the very tip top there you can see the old castle, which is normally closed, except on the weekends. We're in the historic center of Calitri, and it's Sunday, and so we're going to a part of the historic center that's normally closed. Monday to Friday it's closed, like the top of the castle, like the oldest part of the city. But on weekends it's open from like 10 to 4. So I've got a little break from work and we're gonna go check it out because we haven't seen it yet. We've been here for like 2 weeks now and we still haven't seen the most interesting part of the historic center. All right, so we just got our tickets to enter the old part of the town. It's only €2 per person to get in, plus you get these awesome maps. Look at that. This part of the town is like an open-air museum. A lot of the oldest medieval structures are still pretty well preserved, and you can walk around and take a look at all of the old artifacts. A lot of the oldest parts of Calitri were literally just dug into the side of the mountain. The dolls are a nice touch, very horror movie-esque. From the very top of the mountain, you can really appreciate the damage that the 1980 earthquake did. A lot of homes were destroyed, people were killed, but mostly people just left instead of rebuilding their homes. It's interesting to see that people used to actually live up here in these ruins. Like, this was an address 60, I think. And then we've got this is a house. And, you've got this beautiful tile here. But it was all destroyed in 1980. And it's up here that you can see where the noble families of Calitri used to live. They, of course, had the best houses in the land. And the views of the surrounding area are, of course, spectacular. All right, that's it. We hope you've enjoyed exploring Calitri, Italy with us. See you next time, and don't forget to like and subscribe.